Guys, I got stuff in the mail. I got the kickstart bolt. It's here. That means we can kick that thing and make it start, hopefully. Which probably won't, and I'll probably be sad, but you know, that's not important right now. Got it, let's put it on the bike. Alrighty, and with that bolt on, kickstart is good to go. Bike's all ready to go. I just need to put gas in it. I've already put oil in it. And I'm just gonna throw some water in this radiator because I don't want to waste some coolant in there just in case it leaks. I have low confidence in that radiator, I don't know why. So it runs, just not great. When I let it idle, it seems to sit there and rev up and then die. So I'm guessing our pilot air screw is not quite on point, which is okay. Just got to adjust this sucker. To be perfectly honest, I don't remember how this works. I'm pretty sure turning it in is going to make it richer. Turning it out is going to make it leaner. So let's try one turn out on the idle screw, see what that does. Alright, so that didn't do much. I think I'm going to try a new spark plug because if you think about it, this thing did have a lot of oil in that cylinder to burn off when I first cranked it up, so. Not really sure what's going on, to be honest. basically this bike will start, rev up, and then die, which would indicate a lean mixture. Seems to really bog the heck out under low throttle, and then once it gets revved up, it goes just fine. I probably ought to put a bigger pilot jet in it. I have a bigger pilot jet. That's what came out of the bike when I took it all apart, but I said I'm gonna stick the stock jets in that came with the carb kit so I can get a good baseline, but clearly it's not running right, so I think it needs a bigger pilot jet. If that's not it, it could be losing compression somewhere, but not sure how that would happen, seeing as so I torqued all the bolts down and everything. If that's not the case, there's a possibility it could be leaking air around the reed cage maybe. To be honest, I don't really feel like screwing around with that right now, but what I do feel like is putting on these sweet graphics I got. So managed to score this sweet looking kit off of eBay for a really good price. It's a factory effects kit. It's not some Chinese crap. I think they look pretty sweet and they're a good deal. And it's not just a shroud kit. Normally shroud kits, like it literally just has the shroud and the gas tank graphic. This came with that, a rear fender graphic and a front fender graphic, and this was only 50 bucks on eBay. So really good deal. So just gonna be slapping these on. There's about 1 million how-to videos on YouTube for how to install graphics. Remove backing paper. Okay, you don't care. Hey guys, it's been a hot minute since I've been out here working on the bike. I've just been busy with life and school and crap, but yeah, a little bit of work I did off camera. I put the new pilot jet in, as there's a 130 size pilot jet in there now. And oh crap, is this oil? So I put the 130 size pilot jet in, and it seems to run a whole lot better, so I'll crank it up for you guys real quick. So it's running pretty good now, but when I put the clutch in and click it into gear, the clutch isn't fully engaging for some reason. It's providing a whole lot of drag on the engine, so much that it stalls it, and the bike wants to creep forward. I have to keep pulling it back. So the clutch is a little bit screwed up. I'm thinking it's likely the clutch basket, I think I've read, can cause this. And that clutch cover is also leaking some oil. So I'm gonna have to pull that cover off and check out the clutch, see what's up with it. And hopefully it doesn't cost too much more money. I want to get this bike out and rip on it, but there seems to always be a roadblock in the way. So let's take it inside and check out this clutch. So I believe I need to do some research on this, but my hypothesis is that this here is your clutch basket, this whole thing that holds all the clutch plates. As you can see, this side is nice and straight. I'm pretty sure this side is supposed to be the same way, and from the clutch, the plates constantly banging around, they've worn these divots in here, and then they can't slide in and out like they should when they're in those grooves and they get stuck. I'm thinking that's what's causing the clutch to drag. I just gotta double check and make sure. It's gonna be a few days if I have to order a basket and plates. So I'll catch you guys later. All right guys, new day, same task. I did some research and this is a symptom of a worn out clutch basket. So what I'm gonna be doing is I've already got the bolts out here. Should just be able to pop this, I don't know what this part, is this the pressure plate maybe? Pop this off and take all the plates out. And then I should be able to get the basket off. And I found out these are pretty expensive, like $100 or so, just to get a used one. But you can, I had an idea of grinding down these nubs. And I did some research, and it seems like it's a pretty common thing people tend to do. So I think I'm just gonna file down these nubs. All you gotta do is make sure you get them straight. Don't do it at an angle or anything. But yeah, so let's take all these components out, get the basket off the engine so you don't get metal shavings in the engine, and then yeah, we'll just file these down and throw the plates back in and it should be good to go. Looky what we have here. This just caught my eye. This seemed a little bit out of place, but that's not supposed to happen, I'm sure. That's definitely not supposed to happen. And that definitely isn't supposed to happen. So I'm not really sure even what this is. I thought for a second it was the power valve actuator, but no, that's this piece right here. This is the power valve. So I don't know if this is going to the water pump maybe. Yeah, that makes sense, because you can see there's like a flat notch in there, and it looks like it goes onto there, that flat notch. So but that ain't good. So I'm gonna look up and figure out what this is. Figure out what that is and what's supposed to be going on with it, because I get the impression this is some sort of seal. It's probably supposed to get wedged back in there, I would guess. Okay, got the basket off. Also got looking at this thing, and this is actually the main crankshaft of the engine. That is the main crank bearing right there. And so what was all jacked up is this is supposed to be one piece, one seal. So need a new crankshaft oil seal. As I was talking with the clutch, give you guys a little better look at these grooves. As you can see, the clutch plates would just get stuck in there and they couldn't move in and out. They couldn't separate like they should. And so all we got to do is grind these down, and hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, I'm gonna get working on that. And about an hour's worth of work later, here is your refurbished clutch hub. Happy with the way it turned out. We'll just throw the clutch plates back in. I gotta clean up this gasket surface and also take that gasket off and clean that thing up. I gotta wait for my new crankshaft seal to come in. Then we'll seal the engine back up. It's nice to have this knocked out. Just throw this back on the bike. Whenever that seal comes in, I should be able to pound it in, get that water pump, crankshaft, whatever you want to call it, straightened out, slap the cover on, and we should be ready to take this thing out for a little rip. So stay tuned for the next episode.